yeah, here we are. It is Patrick and the people, and got
Good morning.
Rich Rockwell in the house with me today, man. What's up, buddy? How are
What's
you?
up? Good, man. Good. Glad to have you back.
Yeah, no, yesterday the road ran out pretty quick, didn't it?
Yeah, man. Yeah, we crashed hard.
That's all right. It happens, man. It's part of the challenges, right? Hey, what's up, Tasha Mac?
What's up?
Thank you for coming in yesterday. Sorry that everybody froze up on you. How you feeling?
You couldn't leave me one story to talk about, man?
Man, in fairness, I did send you one by text right after that was gold.
Yeah, that
was
was
gold.
That was gold, yeah.
Yeah, matter of fact, you should at some point bring that story in today.
I should.
Yeah,
I was just looking for my phone.
Yeah, that's a good story. We got a lot of stuff today to talk about, man. Listen, I don't know what in the world is going on, but I know that the Beatles, the kids of the Beatles, just put out a new track. And,
Oh, yeah? Is it like a honoring their parents kind of thing, you know?
You could say that.
Yeah?
You could say that.
Okay.
It wouldn't be true.
No.
No, I'd call it, this is the last thing I'd call it is an honor to their parents. Matter of fact, Paul McCartney's turning over in his grave.
Yeah, that bad, huh?
Wait, Paul's still alive, but he's going to die.
He's going to die.
Yeah, no, it's terrible. What's up, Sean? What's going on, buddy? Tasha said she gets you scared, everyone. I don't think so. I don't think that's what it was. I think, it's just one of those moments that happens sometimes. Yeah, so we got that coming up. I've got a lot of stuff actually to talk about today that's interesting. I'll tell you what, I think I've got, hold on.
Yeah? You think you've got something?
Yeah, well, just a few interviews coming up. Let's see, today is what, Tuesday?
Yeah.
Okay. So tomorrow, in the continuation of our series, Reinventing My Life, we have Justin Waddle coming in.
Okay.
And Justin is a guy who, went from really bad to change his whole life, turned it all around.
Awesome.
And so another great story about that. We're gonna have Matt Wildside coming in pretty soon. He's a local business owner and influencer.
Cool.
I think that's June 20th. We've got several different people from the blocks that I've got scheduled now that are coming in. So we're going to have a lot of interviews coming up.
That's awesome,
Brad
man.
said he loves the Beatles. Well, Brad, you're definitely going to want to hear this then, because maybe, you'll love it, and maybe you'll help me realize why I'm wrong. Because
Right.
I probably am, Brad. I probably have a bad attitude about it. Let's get into some news you can use here, and then we'll probably jump after we get done with that. We'll take a quick break probably, and then come back and jump right into into that Beatles song. I think, or the Beatles song. About that, the Beatles kids song, and see if you guys like it. But let's go here. Let's see. A judge is extending an order to block the Trump administration from banning international students at Harvard right now. Let's see. A doctor charged in connection with Matthew Perry's death agreed to plead guilty. Department of Justice said Dr. Salvador Plasencia will plead guilty to 4 counts of distribution of ketamine in the coming weeks. He could get up to 40 years in prison.
Wow.
Another doctor, Mark Chavez, pleaded guilty to distributing ketamine last October. He'll be sentenced in September. Matt Perry died from a ketamine overdose in his home in 2023.
Right.
Yeah. World War II era bomb washed on shore on a Florida beach. Yeah, kids playing over at the Englewood Beach south of Sarasota found the bomb.
Wow.
Covered in barnacles. Authorities identified it as a MK-15 airdrop practice bomb.
Oh, well, at least it was a practice.
Yeah,
bomb.
that's the good news. The bomb squad came out and took it for further examination. Yeah, it was not a
wasn't a real.
Luckily,
Yeah.
Okay. Purdue Pharma entering a $7.4 billion settlement with 55 U.S. states and territories. The states and territories accuse the company behind OxyContin of fueling the nationwide opioid crisis by aggressively marketing. The settlement also ends the Sackler family's ownership, actually, of Purdue Pharma. Money from the settlement will go to state and local governments, individuals, and tribes. Since 1999, there have been over 850,000 opioid-related overdose deaths since 1999. Man, think about that. 850,000.
That's crazy.
That's a lot.
That is.
That's way more. Yeah, that's a lot.
But how did they aggressively market it? Like, I
They
don't remember ever seeing a commercial on TV like, "Have you tried OxyContin?"
no, they did, but they really aggressively marketed to doctors.
Well, yeah.
And the doctors were prescribing
Were
it.
pushing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So they were aggressively,
So shouldn't all the
Direct marketing,
doctors be?
yeah.
You know, I mean,
yeah, doing a little, rub and tug and a little pay for play and stuff like that going on behind the scenes.
right?
Yeah, they're still getting away easy, in my opinion, with this one. Okay. Yeah, I told you the Beatles, the next generation, coming out with a song. John Lennon's son Sean Ono Lennon, Paul McCartney's son James McCartney, and Ringo Starr's son Zach Starkey. And we are going to talk about that more in depth here in a little bit. Graduations are supposed to be loud, with family cheering their students as they begin a new chapter. Not at one kindergarten graduation. A mom shared a now viral video showing the attendees following the rule of one clap allowed for each student. Yes, one collective clap. Commenters were fairly split on the idea. Some called it dystopian or like Black Mirror. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
That's just weird. Just one clap. Come on, man.
Dude,
That's-
they're ready to get out. Come on. All right, we'll do the graduation thing. Everybody, one clap. Good job, kids. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Next year.
President Trump skipping the second day of the G7 summit in Alberta today, flying home last night, quote, because of what's going on in the Middle East, according to the press secretary. The change wipes out planned bilaterals with Ukraine's Vladimir Zelensky and Mexico's Claudia Sheinbaum, and canceled a press conference today. His departure comes as Israel presses strikes inside Iran and as rocket exchanges continue around the region. They say that Iran has come to the table about de-escalating. So, but he did say last night everyone should evacuate Tehran. So I don't know how much of this is gamesmanship and how much of this is that they're going to get lit up. Yeah, another day.
Yeah, right?
Federal and local prosecutors laid out details yesterday about Vance Bolter. That's the 57-year-old dude accused of killing former Minnesota House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband, for that matter. After visiting two other elected officials' homes, he finally stormed the Hortmans' Brooklyn Park home, killed both of them after an exchange of gunfire with the arriving police. He escaped, texted relatives that Dad went to war last night. He sparked a 36-hour manhunt. They found a list of people, a hit list that he had.
Wow.
Yeah, about 70 people, I believe. And that's ambitious. He tried to try it on 4, and it was done. But yeah, that's insanity right there.
Yeah.
People need to tamp down some of this stuff, man. For real. I'm serious, man. I mean, this political rhetoric's crazy.
Yeah.
All these people, you say the most extreme shit online or on news, and then you don't expect people to have extreme responses.
Yeah.
You can't keep telling people Nazis are taking over the country and not expect extreme responses.
I've never understood because, dude, it's the same from both sides. Like, to me at least, in all reality. Like,
I hear you.
If it, when Obama was in and all that, and Joe Biden, it's the Antichrist is in, it's the end of the world as we know it. And
Yeah,
then,
no, you're right. You're not wrong. I do think they're certainly more amped up about
Trump
47.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, that's all, dude. You can walk into any random place and just say Trump and just watch the chaos ensue.
Yeah, no, it's unfortunately true, man. It's just ridiculous. Do I think I'm on anyone's hit list? Yeah, no, for sure I am. Yeah, my wife's hit list. That's it. Mayor Karen Bass shortened downtown's L.A.'s nightly curfew to 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. after Sunday passed with no arrest, looting, or vandalism. The curfew, limited to a 1 square mile protest zone, began June 10th following violent demonstrations and the arrival of 4,000 National Guard troops and 700 Marines.
But I thought they were just peacefully burning cars.
No, they're just having fun watching cars burn. Just that's what young people do.
Playing with G.I. Joes.
Oh yeah, no, they're having a good
That's why we
time.
had to send the National Guard.
Let's see. These, this is just not the most exciting stuff for me today. No. Here, let's do this. For over 40 years, Baltimore physician Dr. Michael Zollicoffer has been providing care to people in his community regardless of their ability to pay. When he was recently diagnosed with cancer and facing a $150,000 treatment, the community rallied to support him and crowdfunded over $280,000 for him. He continues to see patients and express deep gratitude despite his diagnosis. Said the overwhelming support has made him feel like the happiest guy alive.
Aw.
That's nice, that's karma coming back
Right,
for you.
exactly, man. Put out what you want back.
Yeah. A group of bystanders rescued a truck driver after his big rig overturned on Highway 316 near Jonestown, Mississippi. This is late Friday morning.
Dang.
Emergency crews arrived to find the driver already pulled from the vehicle and treated him for non-life-threatening injuries before transporting him to a local hospital. First responders from multiple agencies came. So basically a group of strangers got together and got that rig off of him.
Right.
Somehow, some way.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, I mean, he was trapped under the rig. And
there was, I think it was yesterday, there was a semi-truck rollover on like 40 or 440
Really?
or something out that way.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
shut down the highway for a minute. So.
Oh, that's terrible, man. I hope everybody's okay.
Hope so. I don't know. I didn't stop.
What is this? To pee or not to pee while standing up. It's a debate that raged through parts of TikTok's universe with OBGYN Emma Querchet advising that ladies not do it while in the shower, no matter how tempted they are. That advice not exclusive to women. Gerald Collins, he's a consultant urological surgeon. He advises that even for men, seated is more efficient when peeing. So when standing, guys are more at risk for benign prostatic hyperplasia. That's where the prostate and the surrounding areas expand, which can block you peeing well.
Oh.
So while others might look down on you and judge you, you said peeing while sitting is your best bet. Who's judging you when you're peeing? I mean, are you doing it with the door open? I mean, come on, man. It's June, but there's been a snowmobiling accident in New Hampshire. Yeah, representatives from New Hampshire Fish and Game said 37-year-old DJ Ducharme passed away after the snowmobile he was driving at a high rate of speed went off the road and hit a tree. They said speed and alcohol were a factor. What are you doing in a snowmobile in June?
Right?
Is it still snowy?
I was just saying, is there, I don't
Man,
think
that's a
they were
good
that
snow.
high up.
Yeah, I didn't either, really.
Wow.
Yeah. On a recent United Airlines flight, passengers flying to Chicago learned that their flight number had been changed. Once seated, passengers could see on their video screens the new flight number was Bite Me 1. I said, Bite Me 1. With an arrival time of 8:34 Central Time, United Airlines has not commented on the flight number, but it speculated it could have been a ground engineer or flight attendant with access to the entertainment system. That's funny.
Hey, man, let's have some fun on this flight. Everybody.
Man, I don't know what's going on, but they're pissed in Spain. They're tired of you coming over there. They don't want you to come over there in Spain.
Oh, yeah?
Don't come visit them. Don't go to Spain. Don't come over. We don't want you.
Okay.
Fed up locals in Barcelona, Mallorca, Venice, and Lisbon are fighting over tourism with a splash, literally. Protesters armed with colorful water pistols sprayed visitors and storefronts, saying endless tourist waves push up the rent, jam the streets, and strain the environment. Barcelona's mayor's already promised to ban short-stay tourist apartments by 2028. In other words, Airbnbs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
So I still got time to show up over there with some water balloons and enter the fight.
Yeah,
right?
you can get over there and get it. Rock lovers heading to the Download Festival at Donington Park last weekend got a high-tech safety tip from the police. In past years, the crash detection features on smartphones and smartwatches mistook wild mosh pit dancing for serious car wrecks. That flooded their emergency lines in England. It's 999 with almost 700 calls. Officers say, hey, can you turn off your cell phone if you're going to mosh? This is the news of the day that's going to hurt you right here. You ready for this one?
All right.
Heinz wants a shot at your first meal of the day. They're rolling out breakfast ketchup.
Ew.
A fresh label on the same recipe to make adding ketchup to eggs and hash browns feel normal. Yeah, it's just regular ketchup with a new label. Breakfast ketchup.
Brilliant marketing.
What do you think, man?
Are
you down with breakfast ketchup?
I've never used it. I think that's more of like a kid thing.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I would put ketchup on scrambled eggs.
Yeah.
Now I would slap myself if I did that.
Yeah.
It's like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Ever.
I'll do it on the hash browns. Sometimes.
No, I can't do that. I can't do that either. No.
That's hilarious, though. They're just gonna switch the label.
Yeah, just put breakfast ketchup on it so you can feel good about it because somebody's feeling too much shame to actually put Again, who's watching you put ketchup on your food? The same people watching you pee. It's weird. All right, NBA Finals, Game 5. Man, what a disappointment.
Yeah, is it done now?
No, it's not done, but it could be.
Yeah.
It could be. The OKC took command of the finals. They had a 120-109 win over the Pacers. They wanted it more in every possible way. Jalen Williams was the star. He put up 40 for the Thunder. SGA had another 31 and 10 assists. The Thunder are now 3-2. They're going over to Indy Thursday night for Game 6. And this game is literally make or break for Indiana. If they don't win it, they're done.
Yeah, it's done, yeah.
Yeah, and
it'll go to 7.
man, it needs to go to 7. I mean, but that was really, I hated seeing it because Indiana's had such a great run. But man, last night Oklahoma turned it up. What up, Luke? He's throwing out the emotional support horses there. Brandon said hot sauce on eggs. Yeah, that's fine. You can put hot sauce on them. That's just fine.
Luke was in chat yesterday when after you had left, and we were on our middle way of crashing and burning.
Yeah.
And so he had the idea that we should just go ahead and do a live prank call on air. And
I heard you attempt it.
Oh, okay, yeah, you heard that part.
Yeah, it didn't work out though.
Yeah, no. So we called a tire shop, and some sweet old lady answered, and she was just like, "Hello."
You want to do a prank call today?
Maybe.
We can do a prank call today.
Okay.
Just tell me who you want to call and why.
All right, we'll figure it out.
Let me do it this time.
Okay. Let you do it. You want to do the introduction?
Let me do the pranking.
Yeah, just like we did last time.
Oh, okay. We can do that.
Yeah, I'll just introduce you. And,
you want to do that kind again?
Yeah,
Okay, that's
that was
fine.
Funny, yeah.
No,
why not? Y'all down for it? Should we do that?
Yeah, we'll do it here a little later.
Right.
Yeah. Just let's. Yeah.
We'll wait. We gotta wait for some places to open up.
Yeah, let's wait for everybody to get open around 8:00, and then we'll do that. ESPN announced its flagship sports news show, Sports Center, is going to hit the road this summer. Sports Center on tour will hit all 50 states in 50 days. Starts June 27th in D.C., technically not a state. The tour includes stops at UFC 317 in Vegas, the BMX Mount Rushmore Nationals in South Dakota, the ESPYs in California. It's going to end in Pennsylvania August 16th at the Little League World Series.
Okay.
Well, that's pretty cool right there.
All right. Go ESPN.
Yeah. Listen, if you are looking for a vehicle, let me help you out. Fitz Auto. That's it. That's it. Just go to Fitz. Look, I tell you what, if you just like driving because you're one of those people, drive around all the lots. Just go to all of them. Then go last to Fitz Auto, and that's where you're going to make your purchase because, A, they have late model, low mileage vehicles. B, they're honest and they're their own bank. So they don't have to call somebody else about financing. They do it right there for you, okay? You can check out their inventory online, fitzauto.com. Really, just go in person, 8421 Stagecoach Road in Little Rock. Brandon said, I think we should change it up from last time, see what Patrick comes up with on the fly. We might do both.
We might do both.
We might do both. How about that?
Hey, I was surprised you didn't mention in sports, man. I don't know if you've been following, but Razorbacks pitcher Gage Wood threw a no-hitter, man.
I did actually. Hold on one second, because I think I had sent that to myself. Yeah, right here it is. The first no-hitter in college World Series history, I believe.
It's been a while.
Or maybe not history, but since like the 60s or something, right?
Yeah, something. It was, I'm looking here.
Let's see, I'm looking here. University of Arkansas star Gage Wood pitched just the third no-hitter in college World Series history, the first in 65 years Monday, striking out a record 19 against Murray State to protect his team's 3-0 victory. He joined Jim Erler of Texas in 1950 and Jim Wixon of Oklahoma State in 1960 as the only pitchers to throw college World Series no-hitters. The junior had only had only had 2 3-ball counts as 83 of his 119 pitches were strikes. He had bid for a perfect game in the 8th inning, but a 2-2 breaking ball hit Dom Decker in his back foot. He said, I knew I kind of screwed up when I hit him in the back foot, but still, that's damn amazing. And that was the momentum. That's a good momentum for them coming off the loss they had on that first game.
Man. Yeah.
So I'm super happy. I'm glad you brought that up because I had sent that to myself. I just forgot to.
I saw that yesterday because Twitter started blowing up about it. I mean, even like Patrick Mahomes commented on like the story. And was dude's on fire.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, man.
I mean, to throw a no-hitter like that, I mean, look, if the kid does nothing else in his life, he'll always have that.
Right.
He'll be that
guy.
I
think he's going to do something for sure. He showed
will.
up on the radar in a big way.
Yeah, he did. All right, let's go into a little song here, and we'll be back in just a little bit, okay?
Another night alone in bed with you right there beside me. Replaying hateful words you said, dark fruit from your rotten tree. I feel sickness spreading inside, disease dignity in my veins, diagnosis I'm undignified, I'm drinking it like dirty champagne. I'm scaling the top of the highest peak just to be a sacrificial goat. You want me to take the poison you speak, but I can't be your antidote. My system is down from toxicity, immunity gone, what's the answer? At least everyone thinks you're pretty, while my emotions have become a cancer. I'm scaling the top of the highest peak just to be a sacrificial goat. You want me to take the poison you speak, but I can't be your antidote. There's no doctor on call and no one's looking for a cure. There's nothing arresting my downfall. It's just another trap door. I'm scaling the top of the highest peak just to be a sacrificial goat. You want me to take the poison you speak, but I can't be your antidote. I can't be your antidote. I can't be your antidote. Your antidote. Yo, I just can't be your fucking antidote.
Josh Taylor over at First Horizon just did it again. I just had another first-time home buyer, a couple who got into a home. Literally, they paid $500 to get into this home. That's right, $500 total dollars is what they paid to get into their new home. Why? Because First Horizon Bank has grant money that they offer, whether it's income-based, you're a professional, or a first responder. They have grant money for all of that, and it can help pay your down payment, your closing cost, and more. Josh is good people. He's just like you and I, and he can help you out. Look, you want to get into a house for $500? Yeah, Josh Taylor's the guy to call. 351-2579. It's 351-2579. Josh Taylor over at First Horizon Bank, and you tell him that Patrick sent you, all right? Well, I'll tell you what, Josh did it again yesterday, actually.
Yeah, man, I had seen you posted on Facebook. You got yourself another sale.
Well, yeah, you know what it is that my clients got in for $900. That's not bad to move into a new home.
No, not at all, man.
And it was a home that had been fully renovated.
Wow.
So it was a really great deal for them.
It's cheaper than moving into a new apartment.
It really was, man. I mean, that's hard. It's hard to beat that.
Like that is
It was
crazy.
$914 actually was the actual amount. Man. All right, so this is going to get you really, really excited, and then it's not. Let's talk about the Beatles. The Next Generation has come out with a new song. It's John Lennon's son, Sean Lennon, and then Paul McCartney's son, James McCartney, and then Ringo's son, Zach Starkey. They have a band called Mantra of the Cosmos. They're a new super group. Hold on. Let me respond to that. Hold on. No.
What are you doing, man?
Hold on. What is going on? Oh, there we go.
A bullshit.
Hold on. I've got to call. Damn. Got something in my throat here. Hold on.
Mantra of the... Pause.
This is how moved I am by the Beatles. This is what it is. No. Mantra of the Cosmos, the new supergroup formed by Starkey alongside Happy Mondays members, whoever that is, Sean Ryder and Bez, and Rides Andy Bell. Starkey teased their collaboration called Rip Off over the weekend on Instagram. Now, you're thinking to yourself, man, these guys, you know, they're the kids of the Beatles, right? So when it comes to production.
Right. I mean, I figure, of course, they're probably going to honor their parents.
Well, sure, but I mean, what expense could you not cover if you're a kid of the Beatles? You have the finest production at your fingertips.
Right. Dude,
you know
people would be, like, clamoring to work for you.
Anybody would want to produce this song, right? I mean, you name a producer, name anyone on the planet. They'd be like, yep, let me get that track right now.
Right, yep.
Right, let me get these guys in the studio. They should have called any of them. Anybody. But let me play you a little bit of this, and you know, just say what you think. Here.
Okay, let's hear it. What is he saying?
Something Buddha.
Made my point, yeah. To come back to me. You see, I have a problem. It's in between. Without a word of a light, I'm just passing by. Without a word of a light, I'm just passing by. Without a word of a light, I'm just passing by. Without a word of a light, I'm just passing by. Billy has the shade ends and he's not but another Buddha.
You can stop anytime you want.
Oh, you're not loving it?
No, man.
You're not
That's the
loving it?
crap that lived, and Brian Wilson just died the other day.
I know, right? It's like, man, come on, man. It's like you could have squatted down and just dropped a bunch of ass raisins on a CD and it'd been better than
What
that.
was that?
An acid dream is what it sounds like.
Something, man.
It sounds like they just dropped acid and just started making noises.
That is.
I mean, it's like, this is what you're going to put out, man?
That is disappointing, man.
I mean, the sons of,
You
the
should
sons
be
of the
ashamed.
Beatles.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is what they're, you know, Paul McCartney, he's probably going to die today. Because as soon as he hears that, he'll probably die.
I'd probably disown you.
Yeah, I mean, I know he didn't play that for Paul before, but hey, Dad, what do you think of this?
Yeah, no.
That's trash.
Yeah, no,
It's
there's
trash.
no way.
Mate, that's trash. Yeah,
Wow.
no, that's horrible, man.
That was, dude.
Yeah, it's like, why? Why do you need to, man?
Mitchell
You don't
said the
have to,
sound
you're
of
rich.
desperation. Yeah.
No, it absolutely
I think
is.
that made my brain bleed a little bit.
Just,
man.
man, yeah, your IQ dropped a little just listening to
Something
it.
happened to
Yeah,
it.
no,
man.
that is among that. I would rather listen to Cardi B read me an instruction manual for a toaster
Right. Yeah.
than I would that.
Yeah, dude.
That is absolute trash. That is ass water. is what that is.
That is, wow.
Yeah, man. That's what I say. Wow.
There's nothing else
I'm-
you can say.
I'm almost
like,
speechless. Almost.
I am. Because
Because
the
everybody
Beatles,
loves
I
the
mean,
Beatles,
the
for
talent,
God's sake.
like,
Yeah. Like
you could have come out and done anything. You could have come out and been a cover band
Yeah.
of your parents. And people would have loved you just for that, especially because of the connection of you're the
Well,
Beatles
based
kids.
on that talent, I don't think they could have done it.
You just,
I don't think they could have done it.
no, not based on that.
No, I don't know. They don't know what auto-tune is? Find that in your life. Jesus
Sounds
Christ,
like three
man.
or however, how many people are in the band?
I don't know.
Four?
Five.
Five?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounded like people. It sounded like a snuff videos. People dying.
Yeah,
somewhere
dude.
in a Saw type setup.
It sounded like they all just found their parents' instruments and went, "Hey, let's make a song."
Right.
And like,
and it sucks.
yeah, but we're the
No, it's-
Beatles kids, so
it's
we'll
the-
make $1 million.
It's like the coloring picture your kid gives you to put on the fridge.
Yeah.
You gonna put it on the fridge? Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on there. Are you gonna save it?
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. I'm gonna save it.
Yep. Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
even
I don't
color
know
in
what
the
happened
lines.
to it.
You didn't even color in the lines. All right, let's move on to this. Once again, women have gone to Reddit to ask men the unfiltered questions.
Oh,
It says most are afraid to ask.
okay.
The men of Reddit have delivered, it says, if you believe such a thing. So,
This sounds like a great.
how about this? It says they start right off the bat with something just insane. What's the weirdest thing you ever got sprung to? Bus boners. Maybe it's the vibrations, but it's cruel since it seems to happen right before it's time to exit the bus in front of everyone.
That would suck.
I guess it would.
I can't say.
I don't know. Should you
experienced
change
it.
seats or something? I mean,
So if you see that guy get on the bus and he goes to sit in the seat that's right over the wheel, well,
yeah.
you know
He's
he's a perv.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do men discuss their sex life with friends or keep it private?
Oh, no, we're very private.
This says the more serious it is with a girl, the less discussion with friends. We've talked about almost everything in the world. We've literally never discussed that.
Yeah? You
Right?
talking about you and me, or?
Well, we've never had a conversation pertaining to our sex lives.
No, we haven't.
And I suspect we never will.
Yeah, probably are.
Not because I don't want to know.
Right.
And you don't want to know.
Yeah.
No, there's no reason for us. Why would we talk about it? What would I tell him?
Right.
What's going to impress you that I could tell you? I mean, honestly.
The still doing it?
What a dickhole. What an asswipe. At least I am doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Iron Grip. But you see what happens? This is what happens when guys start doing. We're not even going to make it to a conversation.
Right. We're just gonna
No,
harass
man,
each
I
other.
don't want to tell guys about that business. None of their damn business. That's weird to me.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's something girls do, but I know.
I mean, I think the extent of our conversations is, "Hey, man, I got some last night." Yeah,
you
hell
might
yeah,
say
good
that.
job,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, you might piss
Yeah.
off your buddy and go, "Nice,
That's about the
nice," but that's it.
That's it.
Yeah,
we're
that's
not going into detail.
No, hell
like,
no, I'm not going
well,
to.
she put some rose petals on the bed. No, we're not.
No, we're not going to do that. No. Brandon said, "Me and Rich are handsexuals."
Brandon, keep my name. No.
That's great. That's great. If you had the chance to use non-medicinal birth control, would you? Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Why not?
All right.
I mean, listen. I'll tell you, for guys, don't give me a pill, okay? Because I can't remember to take that. every day.
Right.
I can't take that every day, bro. But if you can give me a shot like Depo-Provera, come on, hook me up for 5 years, for the rest of my life, whatever. You know, just give me the shot. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Or you could put it in beer. They may be doing that now anyway. I don't know.
how we
Dr.
have-
Mack said, I always assumed boys talked about sex lives together. Hell no.
No.
Hell no. No, the opposite of that. I'll walk out of that conversation, man. If Rich started to me, let me tell you what me and my girl did last night. I'd be like, no, don't, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want to know. If this ain't about watching a TV show, I don't want to hear it, man. Okay. What's something you wish women knew how to do with you in bed? And are there things we do that you hate? Well, that's very subjective, isn't it?
I mean, yeah.
But the answer is thrust. Okay. Well, I don't know. Again, I don't know what you got going on in your house, but that should be happening. Yeah.
He said that should be happening.
Yeah. Tactical Turkey said, nah, man, Mac, we don't.
No,
So,
Mac,
I mean, we do
don't.
know.
No.
You put a group of guys, we're never
No.
going to have that conversation. Now, I'll tell you this. All right. So here's reality. This is reality. You might talk about a chick from when you were in your 20s. You might talk about that. You might.
I mean,
know, man,
but even that, the extent of the conversation.
It's only going to be this chick was wild.
Right.
It's not going to be. We're not laying out the whole night.
No.
We're not
You're
laying
going to be
out-
like, man,
there's
I
no
remember this chick
play-by-play.
when I was younger. That, whoo, man.
I'll tell you
Every
what.
guy has that story.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Does sex really feel that different for you without a condom?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. There's a reason you wear them.
I mean,
They desensitize you. I mean, makes it more challenging.
you put saran wrap in front of your thing and tell me it don't
Yeah,
feel a little
no,
different.
it's going to feel a little different for sure. Do you feel different when you put a coat on in the winter?
Right.
Yeah, you sure do. That's gross. I'm not even going to read that one. No, do you get bored easily with your partner?
Like, what do you mean?
No, it's like I would compare it to maybe like watching. Okay, I just watched Aliens again the other night.
Right.
I've watched that movie probably, I don't know, conservatively 50, 60 times in my life.
Right.
Every time I watch it, I get more. I'm just as excited. I'm ready to quote it. I mean, yeah, no, that's more like that. It's more like, no, I know all the Yeah,
I know
love
everything
it.
about
I
you,
love
yeah.
This is my favorite movie.
Gotcha.
I'm ready to watch it again and again and again.
Right.
Maybe find something in the new scene or a scene I hadn't seen before.
Director's cut.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Director's cut. That's nice. Yeah, nice. When you run, does your unit flop around?
Again, subjective.
Again, yeah, it depends on who you are, I guess. If you don't do something about it, yes, it could.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be, yeah. No, trust me, it will. If some people it won't, no matter what you do. I mean, it's just the way it's made. It doesn't mean anything, shower grower. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, it definitely can be a problem when you're running if you're not careful. What do you have questions you would want to ask? Like this is the ladies asking the men.
Right.
You have burning questions like you would ask a woman if you could just randomly talk to like some female guru.
Right,
And she
and just
said,
ask any
any of the
question."
questions you want to ask about women.
Yeah. Would I?
I bet none of them would be sexual in nature.
Yeah, probably not.
You wouldn't.
I'm trying to think of a question that I want the answer to there because, I'm sure it's going to have something to do with,
Why do you like-
number one, my fault.
Why do you like shows that suck so much?
Yeah, that'd be your question.
No, Tasha. I am not Tom, but no, absolutely no. Now, am I going to tell you that there's anything wrong with, doing a little something new and different here and there? But that doesn't mean don't just randomly do something insane. You don't want to just, if your man's a vanilla guy, right? You don't want to randomly just put a finger in a new place without a conversation, okay? But you may be a different outfit if your guy's into that. I've never.
I mean, is
I'm
that
not a
specifically
lingerie
what
guy.
they're referring to when they say,
No,
are you
she
getting
said-
bored? Or, oh,
Well, she's saying, she said that, and I know. No, I mean, honestly, it's. I can't remember ever being bored during sex.
no.
No, but no.
I've never been sitting there
But
and
you
just
could
been
always,
like, hey, could you move to the side?
you could talk dirty. You could do. I mean, there's so many different things you can do if you just want to spice it up that don't involve anything too crazy.
Right.
Guys are pretty simple machines. We're creatures of habits. We like things to be in the same place we left it. We like a routine. You know what I mean? If you want to just throw one little thing in there, it'll trip us out for a week. 2 weeks maybe. You do one little thing.
Right.
And for 2 weeks,
We're sitting there going,
there's a
"What?"
spring in our step taking trash out. Just one little thing. Jim going to say surprise prostate exams are the best. Are they, Jim? Is that your thing, man? I hear you, bro. I hear you. Yeah, no. It said second that on the bad shows question. I walk in, my wife's crying watching shit like Grey's Anatomy or This Is Us. No, I mean it's cool for them, you know. And listen,
I would ask why it matters which way I load the dishwasher, as long as it got loaded.
Yeah, should it matter?
Yeah, should it matter? Does it really
come out clean?
Right.
Then what do you care?
Right. Exactly. That's,
Yeah. Why don't you do things without being asked?
Yeah. Well, because
I don't think about it sometimes. I
Ever.
wish I did.
Ever.
You know, I wish I did.
Right.
What else what's a thing? Look, what's something that your lady or a lady could do that it's not over the top in any possible way. It's not crazy. It's not something you're going to recoil from. That would be kind of a bonus thing in a situation where you're, getting it in.
Yeah. Like just something just random.
Yeah,
I mean,
like what?
there's so much. Like, again, we're very easy to please creatures. You don't have to
take your hands, grab both sides of the
Right.
cheeks, and squeeze as hard as you can
Yeah.
right in the middle of it. He won't forget that for a month. I promise you, he's going to say something after he's going to. I don't know. That was awesome.
Right.
He's not even going to be able to articulate what just happened
Right.
because it's going to fry his mind a little bit. And it's so small. See, when you come with the big things, they're too overwhelming.
Right.
It's like too much change. If all of a sudden you come in, you got a leather dominatrix outfit on, you want me to put the gimp mask on.
I was gonna say, like,
ball gag. Hey, come on, let's slow down this little thing here.
a little light aggressiveness. Sometimes can just be a nice.
Yes.
Like instead of having me make the moves, you push me down on the bed and let me know what you want.
Yeah, no, aggression and
Like,
this. Hold on, let me
bring it on.
Fist bump. Aggression from women in a sexual manner is maybe one of the most exciting.
I would say so.
I mean, and it doesn't even take, just like you're saying, if you just apply.
Yeah, you ain't
a
gotta beat
small
my
amount of
ass,
force and you follow it with 2 words.
Yeah.
Loudly, very loud. 2 words. You guess what those words are. I tell you what, if you think about a radio station, you don't like AM, you like
All right.
what?
FM.
Okay.
Yep.
Those are the initials.
Yeah, that you might as well ring the bell then. Yeah, it is on.
As a matter of fact, yeah,
That's it. It's over.
You're at the finish line there already.
Yeah. Yep.
It's finish line time right there. Yeah, I might have to, you're gonna have to wait longer before you do that. Okay, because can I tell you what? Now I know everyone is different, but you know what I feel like I learned in life as a grown ass man is most adults, because when you're a kid.
It's the water bottle. I can't help it.
Here, just squeeze it. Go ahead. Right. Yeah. Most of the time, when you're young, that's when guys, they'll come into work. There are times where guys come in and they'll say this, and it's always a lie, by the way. Always a lie. I went 3 hours last night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, by then your wife had a remote in her hand. She's changing channels, watching Grey's Anatomy while you're still doing whatever you're doing. Trust me, her back's tired. She's got a bad attitude, and she's done with you. Get off.
You think you're making her cry? It's really McDreamy on you.
No, I mean, most of us as adults have things to do. So it's like, listen, if we can make
Can you wrap it up back?
If we can work this out in about 20 minutes or less, it's ideal. Let's just go boom, boom. Let's do this thing. Let's handle this business.
Yeah.
Let's take care of each other. You know what I'm saying? Turkey said, save the leather, Tasha. Make good turkey content.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, she said, note to self, return leather dominatrix outfit and pals. No.
I'm not saying that.
I didn't say that. You just got to work up to that moment. You can't just surprise someone and go from, I'm a regular missionary Wednesday girl to, I got paddles.
Welcome to my playhouse. Yeah.
Welcome to my dungeon, bitch. What kind of dungeon is it? I don't know. Do I want the dungeon or not? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Never
saying.
seen this dungeon before.
Yeah, but what else? What's something that you would want to ask a lady about? Something for real, a real question, man. Like, why is this?
Why
do
do you
this?
fail to understand the lights on the dashboard of the car? Like the little oil light means it needs oil. The E means it's empty.
Do you see the difference in how guys and women are thinking? So this is what we're going to talk about. You want to know what we're talking about? Can you believe that that the oil light's on?
Yeah.
It's flashing. It looks like a Christmas tree. She don't even see it.
Right.
She don't even know it's there. She never looked in the book.
And then I asked her
Never did
about it.
anything.
It's been that
She
way
said-
for 3 weeks.
Yeah. She looked it up on the Instagram. Let's take a break. I don't think it's time.
Mayday, Mayday, we are trapped in the swells, too many waves, waves. Enough voices to fill an ocean, but I hear you calling my name in a blender of nothing but emotion, but I feel you the same. In the hours and days before, you traveled on quiet seas. The crashing waves are hard to ignore, but just keep holding me. You find yourself drowning in the middle of the moment. No matter your surroundings, don't let yourself get bent. I know all that came before. Every one of them let you down. I'll be the hero you're looking for. No matter how high the waves pound. If you find yourself somehow across the continent and send your feet can no longer plow as heavy as cement. If your throat past bone dry 7 sandy miles ago, just trust in me and I will make sure the water flows. You find yourself drowning in the middle of the moment. No matter your surroundings, don't let yourself get bent. I know all that came before. Every one of them let you down. I'll be the hero you're looking for. No matter how high the waves pound. Able and willing, when I reach up, going past the ceiling, I see all the double dealing, but all the facade always peeling. This day there would be no kneeling. We'll hit 'em so hard they'll damn sure be reeling. The enemy's tomb, yeah, that's what we're sealing. On any calendar, any day, any month, any year, whatever heel comes your way, I'm 2 feet down and never met fear. No one and nothing stands in our way. You find yourself drowning in the middle of the moment. No matter your surroundings, don't let yourself get bent. I know all that came before. Every one of them let you down. I'll be the hero you're looking for. No matter how high the waves pound.
Yep, waves.
I was reading this story you sent me yesterday, man.
Oh yeah, hold on. We'll talk about that. Hold on. No. Keep it because we want to talk about that. That's a great segue. But I do want to throw this out there, just in fairness. What, ladies, if I may inquire amongst you, what's one thing you wish your guy would quit asking for?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we already know the answer, but you can answer if you want to.
I'm interested to hear.
You know, that off-road activity. You know what I'm saying?
Off-road activity.
You know what I mean.
Oh, you mean like you get in a car and you go head out into the woods?
Well, you go, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Where do you take your ATV? Where got people most want to take their ATV?
Out on the back roads.
But where? Yeah, but particularly,
Right.
they love to hit a mud hole.
Oh, I got what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
if you're ATV guy.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about, ATV guy. So what I sent you, this is Brandon, he already knew. So he did take 13,
He knew it, yeah.
13 seconds before the answer. Bing, 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 bing,
I was
bing.
trying to play dumb, you know.
Every single guy on the planet.
Yep.
Yeah, every single guy.
I want to knock on that other door.
Every single guy on the planet.
Yeah, that was
Hold on.
not the time.
No. No.
Oh, hey man, while you're doing that, I was going to let everybody know.
Yes.
Thursday, I'm starting up, they're starting up, I'm going to be hosting it, but it's Plates and Play Calls Coaches Corner up
Yeah.
at the Ouachita Bar and Grill in Hot Springs.
Oh.
So that's going to be Thursday from 4 to 6. We're going to have the coaches and players from the Wise Guys and do a little interview with them. And yeah, man, it'll
That's
be a good
cool,
time.
man.
So come check it out if y'all want.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So, what did I send you yesterday?
Yeah, so during the crash and burn that I was having yesterday.
I'll let you lead this. Now, just tell me, if you will. So here I am. Let me set the stage. So I left yesterday because I had to drive to Center Ridge, okay? Center Ridge is a little past Conway, so it was about 50 minutes from here. So I had 45, 50 minutes that I could tune in. I did not. I had some calls and stuff, but for I tuned in for about 15, 20 minutes, and if it was that long, and you guys seem to be somewhat flailing with trying to find something to talk about, So I said to myself, let me just pull up something that I think is a given and that would be a hit. So this is what I sent him.
Yeah, so this is what you sent, and it's I'd gotten it after we ended the train wreck.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, 6 things to know about what happens when the penis is cut off.
Well, there you go. Come on, man. That's a delightful topic, isn't it? 6 things to know when you get your junk lopped off.
Yeah. So it said it went on here. Let me just grab
No,
this
you're
here.
good. Just go right ahead.
Says, let's see, severing the penis without removing the testicles is said to cause intense sexual frustration, since all urges and sex drive come from the testicles, and short of having the
So you
other
still
tool,
get
it
the
just
urge,
but it's all
you
just
got
stuck.
no tool.
Yeah, you got nothing to do.
That's bad.
Yeah. Let's see here. It says a further way, so it can be reattached, but there's apparently so it says if it can be reattached via surgery, there's no reason why people can't go on and live a fruitful and relatively normal life. But there's a lot of nerve endings and everything that have to be
I'm pretty sure
done.
that when Lorena Bobbitt did that to John, she chunked his stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she
threw
drove
it
off
away.
and threw it out the window or something. Like some Labrador got it and ran off with it.
New toy.
Or a raccoon,
Said other issues may be more prevalent, like how a person can go to the toilet is still one of the most important, post-removal questions.
Oh, yeah?
So, said apparently one of the main positives from the reconstructed option is that of standing. Otherwise, you pretty much got to sit.
Yeah, yeah. Wasn't there a question that says, is it painful or does it hurt?
Yeah.
It's like the first question is, does it hurt? What do you think? What do you mean? Does it hurt?
So that's okay. So here's where it is, and then there's
Okay.
a whole page of ads there.
Yeah.
Anyways, it says how much does it hurt, and the severing it without removing the testicles is said to cause. Yeah. So if you're gonna cut it off, be sure to cut all
of it.
You gotta get rid of it all.
Yeah, you just make me a Ken doll.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brandon said, I would unalive myself. Listen, that is a regular conversation with guys. And now, see, that's a weird one that guys over the years will all talk about is if you were to just lose your junk.
Right.
If it's just lopped off in some crazy accident, but everything else is okay, would you want to stick around? Or would you be like, nah, I'm out?
Okay, so the John Wayne Bobbitt dude,
Yeah.
like after all that happened,
Yeah.
he still went on to go create some. He was a mattress actor.
Yeah, they gave him a dong of some kind. I don't know exactly how it worked.
Yeah.
But he got a dong. You know, maybe it was his. I don't know. I thought she threw it out the window. I do know that did happen for one, for sure, if it wasn't him. But
It's just, yeah.
yeah, but the question is, sir, on the table, is if you were in an accident, Rich Rockwell, and you got kindled, do you stick around on the planet or no? Are you going to stay without any Frankenbeans?
I mean, I ain't getting any now, so. Like the Nevada desert around here, man,
Say, I'm wondering.
I'm already there. Shit.
Yeah, I'm Moses. I've been out here 40 years, bitch. I mean, what are you talking about? Okay.
I guess I'd stick around. I
Yeah,
mean,
okay, all
find other things to take up the time.
Jim said I had a vasectomy a few years ago. Anesthesia didn't take on one side. I can't imagine having the whole kit and caboodle removed. No, man, that'd have to be tough. My brother, well, I shouldn't even tell this story. I'm sure he wouldn't want me to, but I'm going to because he's my younger brother, and so I can still beat him up. But anyway. When he had a vasectomy and they left a piece of sponge in there.
Oh.
My man got elephantitis.
Oh, no.
Looked like swelled up like a catcher's mitt, man. It's crazy. It was terrible, really. I mean, I felt horrible for him. It was terrible.
Right.
Yeah.
But, he was going around like, yeah, I got a catcher's mitt now.
No, he was not. He wasn't going around.
I'm sure he was in a lot of pain.
In a chair going, oh, God, it hurts. Actually, he would be much more, adult about it. He's the intellectual of us.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's the, he'd be like, it's very painful. All right, let's move on. Let's get out of the gutter here. A new Louisiana law will increase penalties for drivers who cruise in the left lane below the speed limit.
Oh.
Slow drivers getting fined. By the way, credit to Daniel Lawson for sending me this story. He sent me something and said, man, finally, now we're getting somewhere.
Right.
I said, yeah, I root for the death penalty. What are you doing in the left lane?
Well, I was just going to say, we've talked about this enough on the show, man. I
Yeah.
feel like we're leading some changes here as a
Yeah,
podcast,
maybe
man.
so.
We've broken some news stories.
Maybe we
We're
have,
now,
yeah.
influencing.
The masses.
Right, man. It's good to know.
The change comes after complaints from law enforcement and lawmakers. The senator said left lane cruising leads to road rage, unsafe lane changes, and more crashes, all of which raise insurance rates. The cost of a ticket goes from $100 to $150 with higher fines on the second and third offense. So first offense of being a slow ass left lane scallywag is $150. Second offense for being a left lane loitering bitch is $250. And the third offense, because you just can't stop being citizen cop and making sure everybody goes under the speed limit, is $350 and possible jail time.
Wow.
Yeah, driving instructors say many people don't even know the law exists. Why do you not know? Did you take a driver's test? How did you get your license? You pull over. There are some interesting road things that people may not know. Like,
Could you imagine being in jail, though, and, talking to everybody, what are you here for? Oh, I robbed a bank.
Yeah, right.
Whatever. What are you here for? I drove slow.
I drove slow in the left
Dude,
lane.
they would murder you in a heartbeat.
No,
You're dead.
Yeah, no, you just became the lady of the cell. Welcome to the cell, ma'am. Put this wig on for daddy. We're going to go off-road.
Go get the ATV.
I'm wrong. I'm wrong for that. Stop. But there, there are a lot of things that people, might not like. For example, if you're an 18-wheeler driver,
Yeah.
they know this, but you might not know. They can only get in the left lane to pass and quickly. They cannot stay in the left lane. to
Right.
drive.
Right.
It is illegal to
Yeah.
do that, and they're only supposed to pass in the event they absolutely need to. They're
Right.
really supposed to stay in those right lanes, and a lot of people don't know that.
Well, they're allowed to drive down the middle lane now, aren't they?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you can.
But just the far left.
The far left lane, really, in all honesty,
Well, and I think that's more for
the
like.
far left lane is really designed for passing only.
Yeah.
It's not. You're not really supposed to be in the left lane unless you're passing.
Right.
Now, at the rate that I drive, I'm always passing, so I can stay there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always passing. But, well, I say that. I'm still surprised every day when every morning somebody going 100 is going to pass me.
Oh, yeah, for
Every
sure.
single morning it's going to happen. And I'm like, man, do you know how much that ticket is, bro, if you get popped?
All right.
If you get popped 35 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour of the speed limit, that ticket is not going to be cheap.
Yeah, no. I'll do about 5 over.
Oh, yeah, that's a safe zone.
So, if it's 75,
Yeah.
I'm pushing 80,
Yeah,
and I'm comfortable there.
My dad always said 6 miles an hour
Yeah.
is the line.
Is the line
to
that
stay
you
at.
can't cross,
I
yeah.
don't know if that's right, but now I've got to Google what?
Yeah.
Denial implant or dental implant? I'm trying to understand what they're talking about there.
Denial implant.
I'm not sure what that would be. A denial implant sounds interesting.
No, that's brought it up for dental implants.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I assume they mean dental. They're just hitting the wrong letter. Just odd that all of them are hitting it. You're not supposed to cruise in the left lane. Brandon, you've done a lot of cruising, hadn't you? In the left lane. In the left lane. No, I'm kidding. No, you're not supposed to cruise in the left lane. It really is a passing lane. What's something else people don't know, you think, in traffic?
Well, I was just having this conversation with somebody else the other day. I think it was Tasha, actually, when she
Yeah.
was here yesterday. And she was talking about how her daughter just had to recently take the driving test or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And, the questions that they were asking were questions that, she doesn't even know the answer to. It was how far in
Safe
advance...
following distance? Oh,
how far in advance should you turn on your turn signal
500
before making
yards.
a turn? Oh,
no,
okay.
500 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that, I don't know if
I
that's
think it's
right or
500
not.
feet. Look and see if that's right. 500 feet, maybe, is about right. Yeah, but some people don't know. It's odd to me how they're in a vehicle and they don't know where the turn signal is.
Right.
A lot of people don't like to use those, and that does aggravate me when that happens.
Something that always aggravated me down when I first moved down here, I don't understand why y'all have to stop to make a right turn.
What do you mean?
You'll just be driving behind somebody, and they'll have their turn signal on that they're going to make a right turn, and they slow down almost to a stop and then make the right turn. I'm like, if you just get your speed right, you can just do it all in one fell swoop motion.
Or they
You
can
don't.
just cross over in the lane and hit somebody.
I mean, hey, at least you're out of my way. I'm trying to get
That's
to where
fair
I
enough,
need to go.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
At least 100 feet before turning on
100
your.
feet. Okay. I thought 500 feet.
Yeah.
But,
So you're turning it on way too early, man.
yeah.
just like
well,
you,
no, I'm gonna let you know. I'm turning. You're gonna know I'm turning. There ain't gonna be no doubt in your mind. I'm gonna hit that. What about? Do you know when you might have a lane on the right where people are the freeway breaks off to the right?
Yeah.
Will you ride the middle lane up and cut over as far up as you can go, or do you get just wherever in the line and wait?
Yeah, no, I get it. If it's splitting into a Y or whatever, I'm on the lane that I need to be in to go on the side that
So
I need
you'll
to
wait
be in.
however long.
3 miles back, I'm getting over.
No.
No?
No, I'm riding that some bitch till I see an opening like a sardine can, and I'm going to slide in that bitch.
Yeah.
I'm sliding over for sure. What's something that drives you crazy about people in traffic that they do?
Honking.
Honking?
Yeah, man.
You get honked at a lot?
I mean, in traffic.
I've never been. I'm not.
No,
saying never.
and I
I've
don't
been
mean just
honked a
me.
couple
I
times.
mean people
Just
in
people in
general.
general.
Like
Okay.
if you have a traffic jam and people are honking,
Oh, yeah.
look, we're all pissed off.
Yeah.
We all don't want to be here.
Yeah.
Why you got to add an annoying noise to the mix?
That
It's
is-
not going to change anything.
That is one of those weird things too, or when people come, when traffic's packed,
Yeah.
and someone runs up on your bumper, like, where do you want me to go? Asshole?
Right.
Where would you like me to go?
Or they do
Because
that.
other than up, I got nothing.
Right. Or they do that whole, like, they'll get around you real quick,
Yeah.
get back in front of you, and you're like, congratulations, you're going to get there 0.2 of a second before I do.
Not before me. You're not going to get that spot. I'll bait you to try to make that run.
Are you one of those people that block?
If you run up on me,
Yeah.
If you run up on me,
Yeah.
Now listen, if you're a normal human being, you come up. I can see you're going faster. I see that.
Right.
You know, and I'm going to get over as soon as it's reasonable.
Yeah.
You know, but if you run up on my bumper, and I can see you back there, you're trying to peek out, look at the other lane, peek out, look at the other lane. Back there, I can see hand gestures. Oh no.
No, it's on then. Yeah.
I'm gonna let you come around to try to take me.
Oh, dude,
I'm gonna
you're
wedge
such
you.
Oh.
I'm gonna wedge you.
Man.
So that's what causes traffic jams.
Right.
That's right. That's right.
The other
Yeah,
thing
sorry.
that pisses me off, if I'm in like the middle lane on the highway and I go to get over in the left lane because I need to pass who's ever in front of me, and you're sitting there in the left lane right in my blind spot,
Yeah.
like, oh God, just riding that blind spot,
Yeah,
that
no.
pisses me off every
Yeah,
time.
I can see
if
that.
I see you doing it, I'll end up kind of doing a little car jerk thing.
Oh,
like,
shit.
get
Oh,
out of my way. Yeah.
He says, Jim says, people who sit in the intersection during a green light and get stuck there until it turns red.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, it
Yeah,
does
that's a
suck.
bad one.
Or people who don't look left before pulling out in front of me when I'm on the bike. Yeah, I'm sure. As a motorcycle rider,
Oh, yeah.
it's a whole different world for you guys, without a doubt. You know, because a lot of people don't look out for the motorcycle.
No.
They don't pay attention to that, and they don't respect it the same way they would a car or truck. And I can only imagine how frustrating that must be if you drive a motorcycle.
For sure.
Yeah, I like I said, I only drove one for a short time, and I learned the hard way that, yeah.
I mean, that's always been my biggest worry with it is because, you know, you got to worry about everybody else on the road.
Well,
and, man,
that's-
there's some people out there, I've seen videos where they'll see somebody on a motorcycle and just to be a dick, they'll be a dick to them, you know?
Yeah. I don't understand that, to be honest, why people
don't either.
would be that way. I mean, there's no reason for all that business. Look, if the guy wants to drive a motorcycle and save himself some money and risk his dome every day,
Right.
I think you ought to respect that shit, man. The ones who haul ass in front of me then drive 15 under. Yeah. No, that'll piss me off. If you burn out and you get in front of me and then you lock it down, no, that definitely. Mitchell said, my little helper in the car, a.k.a. the wife. Sir, you just described manhood. Mitchell's good people, man. I appreciate him.
Tasha said, yeah, people who go to the speed limit or less in the fast lane.
Yeah,
Yep,
no, those
camping
are
in
the
that
ones they're
fast
talking
lane.
about giving the tickets to, and they got it coming to them, you know. I haven't looked at this yet, but I'm going to see if you agree with this article.
Okay.
The headline that caught my attention was, what drains Americans' energy the most?
Oh.
A third of Americans admit their energy is often zapped before the day even starts.
Wow.
So this new survey attempts to pinpoint what's behind that.
That's called depression.
It could be. Could be. If you yawn your way through most work days, you're in good company. 1 in 3 Americans admit they're drained before the day starts. According to the poll of 2,000 adults, a lack of good quality sleep, the biggest energy sucker, but only the tip of the iceberg. Yes, not sleeping will make you tired.
Yeah. Amazing how that works.
That is the
science.
all of that. Well, let's see. Beyond not getting proper rest, 42% say our job exhausts us. 33 or 28% say never-ending housework and chores.
Yeah.
Well, if you have toddlers, that's definitely the case.
Right.
Because, when Noah was my oldest, when he was a toddler, I could start cleaning the house on one end.
And it'd be,
By the time I get to the other end, he will have destroyed everything I've done along the way. So there is that window of time from about 2 years old, 1.5 till about 6.
Yeah.
That's real painful.
Yeah.
After that, it gets better normally.
I'm glad we're finally
Normally.
coming out the other side of that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
Mine just turned 7 and like
Yeah,
4, 5, and 6. I'd be washing the dishes
Yeah.
and hey, Dad, can I help? And I was like,
just don't.
you can help by not doing
Yeah,
anything.
yeah,
That's the
it's
best way.
7, the frustrating thing is everything is a question.
Yeah.
Why is this day? Why is
Oh,
this?
yeah.
Why is this? Why is this? Why is this? Why is this? Because watch the show. God damn it! Please. And Transformers. Why do you got to have so much? They're just robots from space.
I've had this
What do you not
conversation.
understand? Autobots, Decepticons, pick a side. I don't care. You've been there?
I'm pretty sure that was my conversation last night.
We're out. We'll be back.
Little rock, you can be romanced by her charm, but just because she knocks don't mean she won't do you harm. It's all about who you know and who knows you. I believe Becky Buckthorn, she found this to be true. Becky came from LA, was a fashion buyer, started tending to her neighbor's business. Now Becky's on a missing flyer. Cops found not a single witness. Hadn't been here that long at all, barely since just last Christmas. Becky shouldn't have made that call. Best they figure she was working by an open window. Guess she didn't like their point of view. She heard them carrying on with oh so-and-so. And what did Becky from LA do? In her 40s and all of 5'5", out the front door and marched across the lawn. People say her mouth fired line drives as she insisted that you were wrong. Becky came from LA, was a fashion buyer, started tending to her neighbor's business. Now Becky's on a missing flyer. Cops found not a single witness. Hadn't been here that long at all, barely since just last Christmas. Becky shouldn't have made that call. All you Becky's, listen up. Hey! They know she came back in the house, tried to get the sheriff on the phone. But by the time someone answered, only heard a single groan. Becky came from LA, was a fashion buyer, started tending to her neighbor's business. Now Becky's on a missing flyer. Cops found not a single witness. Hadn't been here that long at all, barely since just last Christmas. Becky shouldn't have made that call. If you come down to Little Rock, you can be romanced by her charm, but just because she knocks don't mean she won't do you harm.
Tactical Turkey said you need to pull your pants up.
Dude, I'm sorry. I don't have an ass, and I refuse to do suspenders.
I got you.
I've got a belt.
You do?
I do, yeah.
Maybe it's too small.
No, it's
Jeans too big.
No, it's very tight. I don't know why, man.
Okay.
I've tried to figure it out for years.
He's just cool like that.
right.
Yeah.
It's just the style.
We were talking. We continued to have that conversation about kids after we were in the break, and we were talking about all those different things that the kids do that drive you crazy, like saying, what were you saying? He wanted to watch.
Yeah, so mine yesterday, he goes, we were getting ready to wind down for the night, and he goes, hey, can we watch Raw, Dad? Can we watch Monday Night Raw? And I was like, yeah, man, we can watch wrestling. Of course. Yeah. You even have to ask? Of course we'll watch wrestling. So I put it on Netflix, and we're sitting there watching it. And it wasn't 2 minutes later, and I hear, you know, and I turn around. He's on his tablet.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought you wanted to watch wrestling, man. I got wrestling on. Oh, I am. No, you're playing on your tablet. If you're going to play on your tablet, I'm going to play my video game. Is that cool real quick? No! So now you got to have the TV and the tablet too. I get nothing. I'm
Right,
just,
no, you get, he needs the TV, the tablet.
Everything, man. The
all-
computers,
the radio, all of it at one time, too.
Oh, that's the other thing.
I'll tell you what.
We'll be riding in the car,
Yeah.
and I'll be listening to, whatever my music is on my phone or whatever. He'll have his tablet, and he'll complain that my music is
It's
too
too
loud. And then so I'll turn it down a little bit, and he'll jack the volume up on his tablet where I can't hear what I'm listening to.
Yeah. I know when my wife doesn't like a show that I'm watching because her phone gets louder. And she's over there watching TikTok, and all of a sudden I'm competing with her, and I've got a television. She has a phone, and I'm like, how is it I'm hearing yours over this?
Isn't that amazing? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, and why am I hearing? What is the deal here? This was great. I shouldn't even. This is going to get me in trouble. But Father's Day was awesome, by the way. The whole day was awesome. But near the end of the day, my son, one of my sons, my oldest, was there, and he was hanging out. We're watching a movie, but before that, I don't remember what we're doing, but Laura said, it's Father's Day. You can watch anything you want, and let's just watch what you want to watch. And I was like, oh, you want to watch what I want? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, cool.
This sounds
Let's
like a
watch
setup.
this movie. And so we watched, or I put it on Live Free or Die Hard.
Oh, okay.
Which is, my second favorite Die Hard. Hey.
Live Free or Die Hard? Really?
Yeah, don't do
Out
that.
of all the Die Hards?
This is number 2.
Okay.
It's number 2. Yeah, Timothy Oliphant. He's awesome. You got Justin Long, Timothy Oliphant, and Bruce Willis. 3 smart asses, one movie. That's good. That's a good
Everybody
formula.
deserves to
Hey,
be a little
easy, player,
special.
Easy. But anyway, so why is it that as soon as I turn it on, we start watching it, that all of a sudden my wife disappears? Go. I don't even know where she went. I don't even hear her anymore. I don't hear her phone. I hear no sign of her. She's vanished. And I was like, yeah, we'll watch it with you. No, you won't.
No.
Yeah, she came back like an hour later. Where'd you go? Oh, I was folding some clothes back there. Yeah, because that's exciting. Tasha said, I put in my earbuds and scroll my phone. No, that's great. That's what we want. We love it when you tune us out.
All right. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I'll sit by you while you watch it, but I won't be with you while you watch it. But let me do that. If my wife wants to watch, for God's sake, Traitors, and I put in some earbuds, not that I would, but she'd lose her mind. What do you mean? You don't like it anymore? You don't want to watch it? No, I do. Actually, I do love that show.
Yeah.
But there's some I don't.
Hell's Kitchen.
No, that'd be fine. I mean, it's okay. Master Chef's fine.
RuPaul's Drag Race.
That's a no.
Yeah.
Not because I'm homophobic. I just don't like it. It's weak.
Right.
I don't love it at all.
Absolutely.
But I'm not, I'm not big on home makeovers either.
Yeah.
It's real similar to me. You know what I mean? So that's not my bag.
Do you get down with the ID channel?
Yeah, Laura gets down with the ID channel. So, yeah, we'll watch a lot of, we've watched all the Evil Lives Here and all the different segments about serial killers.
How I
and
killed
things
my
like
husband
that.
and got away with
Yeah, all
it.
those things, yeah.
Yeah.
No, if I wanted to execute a murder now, I am well equipped to do so. I know everything not to do. I've watched everybody fail repeatedly at it.
Yeah.
Number 1, quit committing more than one. Just kill one time. Tasha said, ugh, I hate Baby Shark, as Tactical Turkey said. I'm watching this with earbuds to avoid Baby Shark.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, that's one of the things about kids that can be annoying is when they
The little
like
songs.
a song
Oh, yeah.
or a particular episode that they have recorded, they'll watch it over and over and over and over.
Oh, yeah.
And over and over.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, oh my God, I can't hear Baby Shark 1.
Yeah.
Mine was the Bob the Builder theme. I still I have like almost like a PTSD. If that song came on, my neck would start twitching, my eye would be like.
Cocoa Melon is the one
That's
for
the
a lot
new-
of parents.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
I
the
bet
new
it
one.
is.
That God, you mentioned that.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Flashbacks to
No, that's
yeah.
what I'm saying, man. And they do it on purpose. They make these songs the most annoying they can make it. Like, there's no way that anybody really likes Baby Shark that's an adult, right? Can you, as an adult, like the song Baby Shark?
The people that wrote it like it.
Oh, yeah, they get paid for it. That is different, though. Yeah, they're paid to
This
like
worked
it.
out
Yeah.
perfectly. Yeah.
Let's see what else is going. Bob the That's right. Luke. That's right. You know the song, Luke. You know the song. Yeah, no, it's a flashback for sure. Bob the Builder.
I still enjoy SpongeBob's. You know, that's the timeless theme. I mean, that survived
Yeah.
years, man.
Who lives in a? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I know the song. Everybody likes that one. I mean, nobody doesn't like SpongeBob, right? I mean, everybody likes SpongeBob.
I would
watch
hope
it.
so. I
I don't
mean,
watch it anymore, but I've watched plenty of
if
episodes.
you smoke pot and you don't like SpongeBob, there's you've got bigger problems to worry about in life.
What's the best though to watch? I mean, SpongeBob's pretty good. What else?
When you're stoned?
Yeah, what's great to watch?
Oh, I mean, as far as cartoons go, man, I like the Adult Swim, Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty's real big.
Yeah, dude.
A lot of people like that. You know,
Yeah.
I've never watched an episode.
Robot Chicken.
Robot Chicken.
Dude, I love me
hilarious.
some Robot Chicken when
That's
I'm,
Seth
yeah.
Green, and Robot Chicken is the shit, man. I like that. I like Beavis and Butthead.
Do you? I never got on the Beavis and Butthead train, man.
Yeah, no, it makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Every time. Yeah, no, every time. I'm dumb like that. This shit is funny. Luke said SpongeBob's still one of my favorite shows. A lot of
yeah.
people feel that way.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look, that show has been around for what, 30 years now?
At least.
I mean, somewhere like that, it's got to be. And people, I mean, generationally, kids are still watching this show like no tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, seriously. What's another Transformers? Did you like that cartoon as a kid?
Transformers cartoon?
Yeah. Would you get stoned?
I don't
and
remember.
watch
I mean, I probably not.
No.
No. I don't even remember it as a cartoon when I was a kid, to be
No?
honest. No.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I remember, like, we had what were the shows that were popular when I was a kid as far as cartoons? Well, there was Tiny Toons, Looney Tunes, Animaniacs.
Yeah,
it
that
was
was the
about that
second
time.
round. That was the. I do get that that's popular. My wife likes it too.
Yeah.
But I look at that and I'm like, that's not Looney Tunes to me.
Yeah.
Looney Tunes to me is the OG Bugs Bunny, Wile E. Coyote, Elmer Fudd.
Oh, yeah. What are you talking about?
Well,
What's the
you're
new
talking
Looney
about
Tunes?
the little
The
baby
Tiny
Looney
Toons?
Tiny Toons.
Oh, well, it was just funny. I mean,
Those
yeah.
are little baby Tiny Toons.
Yeah.
I like the OG real ones.
Can we make a little bit more noise around here, man?
Well, maybe. Here, let's maybe time to just explore an opportunity with a sponsor right now. How about that? Let's do this.
Have you been injured? You need an attorney with a passion for people and an obsession with justice. That attorney is Tim Reed in Little Rock. Look, they've won $1.3 million in wrongful death, almost $1 million in medical malpractice and in insurance dispute. These guys know what they're doing, but more importantly, he's not a figurehead of some kind. He's not just some person on a poster with a picture of a rig or a smile or his dog with him. This is a real guy you can text with, you can talk to, and who will take good care of you. He'll work with you personally to get what you deserve. Check out reedfirm.com, reedfirm.com, or give him a call, 777-7333.
100% less backup alarms in the background. How about that? Ren and Stimpy, somebody said, that is a phenomenal.
Scotty Thorpe said, I love getting baked and watching Ren and Stimpy. And
Stimpy, you fat, bloated idiot.
I was just saying, though, that reminds me, like, the other shows like Rugrats, all those shows. I never got to watch when I was a kid because they were on cable TV. And we couldn't afford it. But you remember Cat Dog?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. That was after my cartoon viewing
That was
days.
your,
but
okay, yeah.
yeah, no, Cat Dog. But
Yeah,
yes,
you grew up on, like,
I grew up when
Bozo the
Scooby-Doo
Clown
wasn't
and
a
stuff.
rerun.
Right.
Do you understand that? It was not a rerun. It was the actual live aired episode. Okay? Let's get that straight. Casey Kasem was a god. at that time.
Right.
I'm Casey Kasem. And now a long distance dedication from a man to his dog.
Luke
Dear
said
Fido.
Robin Big was one of his favorites.
Robin Big was
What is that? I've
well,
never heard of
that
that.
was not a cartoon. It may have been a cartoon. I know it was a show with Rob Dyrdek and his guy Big, and it was very popular.
Yeah.
That was it was pretty fun. I'm not a big Rob Dyrdek fan, but I get that. Patrick grew up when the Flintstones were advertising Winston's. That's correct. That is actually correct. The Flintstones were smoking Winston's when I watched.
So let's.
The commercial would come on, and it would say that even doctors recommend Winston.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it'd be a doctor talking about, I smoke Winston cigarette. You're like, come on, man. Come on, man. Are you kidding me?
I don't know how annoying it was because, of course, I loved it. I'm sure my mom could tell you, and she listened, so she might chime in. But I don't know if you ever remember. It was a cartoon from the late '80s, Zoobly Zoo.
I don't.
No.
No.
So I pulled up a picture of it. This is what I watched as I was a kid. It was grown adults dressed up as different animals, and they would go around and sing and do little plays
Yeah.
and whatever. And yeah,
Now, there's a lot of them that were weird like that. The Wiggles, to me, is kind of weird.
yeah,
That was weird, and that was huge.
yeah.
She said, Tasha said she loved the show All That. That's the one with
That was with what,
Keenan
Amanda
and Kel.
Bynes?
I think so.
Didn't she host it? Yeah.
I think Keenan and Kel and all
Yeah, I
that.
think they were on there.
Yeah, yeah. Now you're just getting into regular
I was like,
shows,
Duck
dude.
Dynasty. Who as a kid watched Duck Dynasty?
No, we're not going into just your favorite TV shows. We're not going to talk about The Fall Guy, Magnum PI. All good shows, by the way. No, definitely not. But I liked there was one called the Laugh Olympics, which is where they'd have a bunch of people compete in this fake Olympics thing, and they were not not Looney Tunes, but it was the other characters.
Oh, okay.
Like Muttley, who was a dog who laughed like this. That's how he laughed, Or sometimes his name before that was Mumbly. Sometimes they would just change characters' names randomly, or change how they look, change their voice. It just happened.
Have you?
Yeah, Tasha, Teletubbies is weird as hell.
Yeah, Teletubbies.
Tinky
was
Winky.
weird. Yeah.
That was a big controversy because Jerry Falwell came out because Tinky Winky was gay, and he said so because Tinky Winky had a purse. I'm like, man, is that really what you're focused on? Is Tinky Winky, bro? You think that's everything going on in the world right now?
Have you ever heard of
Luke's still going. House Hunters. That's right, Luke. Luke, get your emotional support horse. Go ahead and pull the mane a little bit. There you go. Think of a cartoon. Close your eyes. Think of a cartoon. It's going to happen. It's going to be okay. Just keep pulling the mane. Anyway, yeah, Captain Caveman. Do you remember that one?
No, I don't remember Captain Caveman.
Golly, man. Captain Caveman was a player.
You remember, what was it? Secrets of the. It was a game show for kids, and they had to like run through something. I'll have to look it up. It was
Double
Secrets
Dare?
of the something. No, it wasn't Double Dare. It was Secrets of the Crypt or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I know Tales from the Crypt, but that's a whole different thing right there. Yeah. What's your favorite?
Oh, Legends of the Hidden Temple. That's what it was called.
No, I
You never heard of that one?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
I think we were just off a little bit. Luke said Shark Tank goes hard. Yes. Yes, it does. How about Jabberjaw? Do you remember him, the shark?
No,
You don't?
no, never heard of that one.
Man.
Woody the Woodpecker.
Yeah, Woody Woodpecker. He was
Yeah.
all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom and Jerry were great. I
Yeah.
used to like the dog and the coyote when they would fight the sheepdog.
Oh God, what was that called?
George and what was his name? They'd clock in, as hey George, hey whatever, and they'd clock in, and then the coyote would try to get the sheep.
Oh, okay,
That was pretty funny.
right.
Yeah,
That sounds like a
you
man.
made me feel like an idiot. You just looked at me with the blankest look I've ever had. Brandon, good one. Heavy Metal's my favorite cartoon. That's a good one. Cartoon boobs are cool.
Yeah,
Really, any boobs
Yeah, man.
almost are cool.
cartoon boobs are cool.
Are there
man.
any boobs if you were standing somewhere and someone flashed you? Are there any boobs you're not going to look at?
I mean, no, of course not.
That's correct. That's the correct answer.
Joel
I may
Put.
not
We
look
went
twice.
so off topic here. We were talking about cartoons. Jeez, I can't talk.
What's the problem?
Joel said mine was his was Miami Vice and Hawaii 5-0. Those aren't cartoons.
Okay,
We'll throw it in there.
Lucas successfully hijacked the comment section for people to believe we're talking about just your favorite show. So, what was your favorite TV show of all time, man, when you were younger?
When I was younger.
Yeah, let's say when you were, let's say 14 and under. What was your favorite show to watch?
I remember a lot of just TGIF, man. TV. Thank God it's Friday TV. They'd show, what was it?
Alf?
No. Home Improvement.
Okay.
Family Matters.
Okay.
Full House was a good one.
Yeah. Okay.
I do remember Alf. I never watched it much.
Yeah.
But Married with Children was pretty popular
Married
then.
with Children was awesome.
Yeah.
that's a great
Again, though, I didn't watch it much because I was a kid when it was popular.
Oh, Brandon said if his grandmother showed him his boobs, he would pass. I mean, I'm going to look once. Just so I know what grandma's working with. I mean, not that I need to do anything, but maybe I need to rep her later,
Natasha said, remember Cat Dog? Yeah,
Yeah.
I mentioned that earlier.
Yeah.
Wasn't there another one, Courage the Cowardly Dog or something?
There have been a lot of dog ones.
Yeah,
I don't know. Let's see. My favorite shows when I was that age.
Little House on the Prairie.
Hell no.
They came out with new episodes weekly for you.
Miami Vice was a good one, but I liked Magnum PI.
Yeah,
That was pretty good to me. I liked The Fall Guy with Lee Majors.
yeah,
Married with Children was high on my list.
yeah.
Yeah, Al Bundy was a hero at that time.
When I was
Now, he
like
would
early
be canceled
teenager,
today, but
Baywatch, Boy Meets World, do you remember any of those shows? I mean, I'm sure you remember
yeah,
Baywatch.
I do remember them. I didn't watch them.
No.
Marcia said Garfield and Friends. Yeah, that is. I could see that.
I forgot about Garfield.
Yeah, a lot of the girls like Garfield a lot.
Yeah.
For sure. Patrick and Rich, I don't think we've talked about this yet. What's your favorite cartoon show? Luke said. You ain't got nothing to do.
Judge Judy.
Ain't you got a rock song to sing somewhere, man? I can't even do a goddamn show, man. You just enjoy this, man.
My buddy just dropped 50K. Says his new challenger will blow me away. Coming down the street, a deep Mopar rumble. Love my bro, but gotta make him humble. Yeah, you rolling up in a candy new whip. Tapping on the gas, make the RPMs flip. A checkered flag appointment, I'll never be late. Cause that bitch is rocking a super sport plate. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with a Challenger. Camaro or Mustang with a big old tail. But not a one of them better than my 71 Chevelle. Yeah. Chrome skull shifter ready for the push. Bored out, lower snout raised up in the tush. It'll Brock and double pump Holly. Off the line so fast, warps time like Dolly. Ain't nothing wrong with the Challenger. Camaro or Mustang with a big old tail. But not a one of them better than my 7-in-1 Chevelle. Whoa, yeah. We can go an eighth, quarter, or the full M. No matter what you choose, your outcome is grim. You say my baby got that old engine smell, but that's the sweet perfume of a 71 Chevelle. Ain't nothing wrong with the Challenger. Camaro or Mustang with a big old tail. But not a one of them better than my
Do you like beer? That's a dumb question, right? Of course you like beer. Look, it's getting warmer, and beer's the best thing in the world to quench that thirst on a nice hot day. Tell you where to go. Stone's Throw Brewing at 402 East 9th Street. Our friend Theron Cash owns it. He's got 14 different beers every day that they're making right there. It's on tap, it's draft beer, and it's delicious beer. And remember, on Mondays, they have the famous $5 crowler. That's right, you go in there with a $5 and take any of the 14 beers you want, no exceptions like the other ones have. Pick any of them and get yourself a $5 crowler. Check out Stone's Throw Brewing. You can eat inside or outside, have your beer there and enjoy yourself, have good company, play trivia, all that. 402 East 9th Street in Little Rock. Check them out. David Lindsay has been a guest many times on this show. You met him, you know him, he's a great guy. He's also the customer service manager at Cabot Mechanical HVAC. They've got over 20 years experience, and I'm going to tell you what, David saved my butt. Somebody came in and said we needed a whole new system. I freaked out. I said, let me get a second opinion. David came in and said, no, we can fix this for $200. And you know what? Since then, he's been my guy. He's the most reasonable, honest HVAC tech I've ever met in my life. He's just good people. Give him a call, 944-5776, 944-5776. These guys at Cabot Mechanical will treat you like family, and you're going to be keeping them around like family because it's the best value you can get. And in Arkansas, you don't want to be without your air conditioning. Give David a call over at Cabot Mechanical HVAC, baby.
Warm deep in your pocket. If it's story painting, you're the Picasso. Every stroke is you in full color. Look on stage, it's the maestro. But what about when the show's over? When it's over, when the gallery closes and the audience leaves, and the only people left are just you and me. What happens when they figure out that all they've really seen is a collection of your forgeries? The finest brushes are proudly displayed, the best canvas and solid oak frames, like a studio in the heart of Marseille, the vibrant colors of a con game, showing off your truest talent by painting me in this corner. The canvas isn't even dry, but they all see you as a mourner. Oh, in mourning, when the gallery closes and the audience leaves, and the only people left are just you and me. What happens when they figure out that all they've really seen is a collection of your forgeries? Of your forgeries. The tour of our friends is almost complete. Your paintings hang on their walls. Wonder when they find out the cheat, if they'll regret that investment at all. Are they gonna regret it? Are they gonna regret it? They're definitely gonna regret it. When the gallery closes and the audience leaves, and the only people left are just you and me. What happens when they figure out that all they've really seen is a collection? Is a collection of your forgeries.
Okay, yeah, we're back.
Hit the buttons. there,
We're
Patrick.
back. We're back. So,
Everybody's asking about the weather today, man. Like we're just some
man, it
puppets,
is. It's,
you know?
it's messy. It's messy out there. So, I did see a funny line. Somebody, Brad, said he grew up to be Al Bundy.
Oh yeah.
Said he sells kicks. Where do you flip kicks at, man? Where are you slinging those kicks at, bro? Come by and patronize and be a buyer. You know, I like shoes. So Wallet Hub hates us bad.
Well, that's
There's a company called Wallet Hub. Talked about it for years. They hate the writers at Wallet Hub hate Arkansas with everything they got. No matter what it is they're doing, they're going to find a way to make us not look good. So
just hating on Arkansas, man.
yeah. So people obviously show their patriotism in a lot of different ways. You know,
Okay.
you might vote. You might put stickers on your car. You might put flags up.
Right.
You know, there's just a lot of ways to do it.
Might
right?
burn a car.
Yeah, you might just enjoy lighting cars on fire. That's right. It's a few weeks to the 4th of July, so a new report highlights where people are most patriotic. So Wallet Hub released their list of the most patriotic states in the U.S. And they compared 50 states on 13 different things in the areas of military and civic engagement. So states were ranked on factors like how many adults voted in the last election for president, active duty military and veterans, AmeriCorps volunteers. So which state is the most patriotic? Virginia tops the list.
Really?
Not necessarily shocking. I mean, they're right there at D.C. You know, it's got a lot of history to it. It's one of
That's
the original
true.
13 colonies. So you kind of see that. It has the third highest number of active duty military personnel and the second highest number of veterans. Right. They have big naval bases
Right.
in Virginia, so a large military presence there. Virginia also had a high voter turnout. About 73% of residents voted in the 2024 election compared to the national average, 66%. On the flip side, Arkansas is the least patriotic state overall.
Of course we are.
It's dead last for civic engagement and 29th for military engagement. Well, we're one of the smallest states in the country. How many do you need all of us to join the military? Even if every one of us joined, we still wouldn't have the numbers Virginia has. You
Right.
dumbass. It's not even fair. New York is the second least patriotic, followed by Louisiana, Alabama, and Florida. So what are the most patriotic? Virginia, Montana, Vermont, Colorado, Oregon, Washington, North Dakota, Maryland, Minnesota, and New Hampshire.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so if you love protesting, Colorado, Oregon, Washington, and Minnesota are your bag.
Right.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think that's a different definition of patriotism.
Yeah, I think it is too. I think that military participation and civic engagement don't necessarily equal patriotism.
Yeah.
I think they're patriotic.
Absolutely.
But I think there are
Right.
a lot of other ways to do it. I guarantee you this. I bet if you count how many flags are in front of houses or on the back of cars.
That's what I was
on
just
the 4th of
thinking.
July.
Or how many people go around touting, hey man, Second Amendment, I've got a right to bear arms and guns and,
Yeah. No,
Come on, man, that's the South in a nutshell.
That's a strong indicator, right? Yeah,
That's what, when you say I'm a patriot, that's what I'm immediately I have the thought of you wearing the star circle with the 1776 shirt and the flag on the back of your truck. And
yeah.
That's,
Rifle rack.
right,
Yeah.
rifle rack.
Yeah, that dude
Yeah.
right there.
When shit goes down, I'm coming
That's
and looking
right.
for you.
He's ready for Red Dawn.
Right.
He's ready for Red Dawn. Yeah, no, that's true, man. I think that, like I said, Wallet Hub hates us.
Yeah.
It's harder and
Why
harder
did
to beat.
Arkansas hurt them so bad?
I don't
man?
know. I don't know if he left Arkansas. I don't know if he came here and got a ticket.
Man.
I don't know if his first lover was from Arkansas.
He seems like somebody that would drive slow in the left lane.
Yeah, definitely a bitter bitch.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. But it's harder and harder to be, for some, to feel okay being patriotic. Because now they try to make that equivalent to doing something if you're patriotic, you must be some, right-wing
Crazy.
lunatic,
Yeah.
right? And I,
Where's Verpal when you need him, man?
right. I don't think that's the case at all, man. I don't think that.
No. I mean, I've never had a problem with somebody being patriotic or a patriot. Like
why would I?
those
why
guys
would
I usually get along with the best.
I
but-
get along great with them. Why
Right.
would I not? Of course, I get along well with them. And again, just like you said, when shit goes down, who would you rather be with?
Right. Because we all know I ain't shooting anything unless they're laying on the ground.
Oh no, I'll shoot. But
I'll shoot, but I'm not going to hit.
But I mean, I also know that sometimes there are guys you defer to.
Yeah.
I might be a leader, and I am.
Right.
I think I am a leader. But if it were me, you, and Tactical Turkey,
Oh, yeah, I'm hiding behind.
no, Andy, you lead the way.
Right.
I got your 6. I got your 6. Let's go. You know what I mean? Little known fact, little doggy says Patrick's middle name is Nancy. That's correct. The third name is Boy. Patrick Nancy Boy Beam is what they call me.
I think we need more of these little known facts dropped from Little Doggy during the show.
Obviously, yeah, they're good to hear.
The last one that we had was you and vacation boobs. So
Oh yeah,
yeah, remember that
vacation boobs
conversation?
are a real thing.
I know we talked about it.
Yeah.
It blew my mind.
I know.
I didn't actually know.
The song "Country Boy Can't Survive," Brandon said, "Yeah, no, that's exactly what you think of when you think of that."
Yeah, none of those places that it listed would I
Just 'cause you
ever
shoot
consider that I'm going to
firecrackers.
find.
Yeah, because you shoot firecrackers doesn't make you patriotic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's a patriotic thing, I guess, at times, but we weren't thinking of patriotism having bottle rocket wars.
Right.
We just wanted to
You
blow
just
up
wanted to
our
blow
friends.
stuff up.
Yeah, we just wanted to blow shit up. You know what I mean? So anyway, I think for some reason they have a lot of hate for Arkansas, and I wish I knew why.
Yeah.
Like, how did they hurt you?
We need
Yeah.
to get them on the phone, man. Show
We
us where
should.
Arkansas
I
hurt
sent
you.
them an email. They didn't have a couple of them. They won't respond to me.
Yeah. It's probably because it was an Arkansas email address. Their system automatically
They
flags
filtered
those
it.
messages and
Yeah. Yeah.
throws it in the Arkansas spam box.
Toothless, shoeless moonshiner. Block it. Bull. Let me tell you something, Bull. Let me get off this steel. I'm going to come get you, Bull, on my ATV. I'm going to fuck you up.
How dare you say we're not patriotic?
That's what they think we all talk like down here, Let me tell you something, son. You got a big piece of grass in your mouth from over off.
Right.
Yeah. Summer, the season for road trips. Everybody knows one of the best parts of a road trip is what? The snacks. People have different snacks they like. A new survey says what the top choices for people are across the country. They asked 2,000 adults who've recently gone on or plan to go on a road trip about snack preferences. Do you have any?
Snack preferences?
Yeah, when you're traveling, do you snack when you go on a long trip?
I mean,
You
I guess
pack
so.
snacks.
Yeah, but I'm probably gonna pick something that's gonna last a while on the trip. Like, I'm thinking some jerky, some trail mix. Maybe some pork rind, something like that.
Oh, okay.
If I'm on a long, because I want something that I can snack on while, not
Yeah.
just a quick candy bar or something.
Yeah, I got you. America's favorite snack brands, it says, for summer road trips, Cheez-Its and Pringles.
Really?
I don't know it's Cheez-Its I could see. Pringles are all right. They used to be a lot better.
Yeah.
Plenty of room for more options. 9 out of 10 road trippers eat more than one snack during their travel. Different age groups have different snack styles.
Oh, cool.
Gen Z is about sour and spicy. That's true, man. They love those Sour Patch Kids, things like that.
Yeah.
Gen Z, the most likely to want adventurous flavors like sour and bitter and savory and spicy. Millennials prefer tangy flavored snacks. What's a tangy snack? I mean, what's one that comes to mind? I have to think about that a minute.
Tangy snack.
Yeah, I'd have to think about that for a minute. Gen X reportedly doesn't pack snacks because they prefer to buy them on the road, but they're up for almost anything. That might be true for me, but my wife would pack snacks.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're definitely packing snacks.
I'm not a snack packer.
Gen X and boomers prefer salty and sweet flavors and tend to hit the road alone or travel with a buddy. What the fuck does that mean? What are the other options? Hit the road alone or travel with a friend? Is there another option in the mix?
Well, you could bring your
go
pet,
the whole group.
your imaginary friend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
Obviously, these things vary by region. In the South, salty, sweet, and chocolate.
Yeah.
In the Northeast, twice as likely as the Midwest to eat something creamy flavored. Aren't you from the Midwest, Rich? Michigan? You
Yeah.
like the creamy flavored
Yeah.
stuff?
Well, I've lived down in Arkansas long enough, so.
Oh, no, you don't like the creamy
Yeah.
stuff anymore?
No,
You
no.
just did it for a long time then. I got you. You changed your palate when you got down here.
Yeah.
You got a little Jesus in your life.
Little patriotism make you not like the cream.
You're right about that, my friend. You're right about that. You're right about that, my friend. Brad said wasabi and soy almonds. Okay. Little doggy said these are tangy.
Brandon said, "Who don't like creamy?" Well,
Yeah, no, I understand. I'm sure you do, Brandon. I can see that about you. You seem like a cream guy. Out west and near the Pacific coast, almost anything goes. Well, shocking. Shocking. That's the same as their love life. Talking about it. Anything goes. It doesn't even
doesn't
matter.
matter.
You're attractive. What are you? Doesn't matter. Just get in the bed. Okay. Let's do this here. I got a couple stories I've been wanting to do before we get out.
I was just reading Luke's comment.
Listen up now, I'll tell you a story.
Ironically,
without a
Luke
test,
sings.
'cause
Right.
it's the worst news you could ever hear. Things just like this make you fear. Buying lunch on a dumb guy's knee, or a big hard fuck drowning some money. Why are you laughing?
That's right. Why are you laughing?
Why are you laughing?
Oh, man.
This shit ain't funny.
There we go. Let's go over to Florida.
Why not? That's always a
I mean,
great
that's where
place
you
to
got to
start.
start, right? The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission identified both the victim and the bear, because they needed to identify the bear, in the first deadly black bear attack in Florida history. According to this, on May 5th, the sheriff's office notified the Florida Wildlife of a possible deadly wildlife encounter in Jerome.
I talked about this while you were at the blocks.
Did you really?
Yeah, dude, we covered this.
Did you?
Yeah, when it had just broke, that it was like the first. Yeah,
All
it
right.
was. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
No, I'm going to continue.
Yeah,
on.
man.
89-year-old Robert Markle missing from his home where signs indicate a bear had been lurking.
Yeah.
They responded to the residence where they collected information and found him dead about 100 yards from the house.
Yeah, it was him and his dog.
Was it?
Yeah. He was out like walking his dog, and bear attacked them both. And,
Really?
yeah, man. It was
I
crazy.
wonder if the bear had cubs or what was going on there. He didn't eat it. Maybe he was like, that tastes old.
It's a little rubbery.
It's spoiled right there. I don't want that. No, I don't want you or your dog now. I'm out. I got a bad taste in my mouth. You ruined this bear's day.
Overly tanned human was not what was on the menu for today.
All right, here's one of those weird ones that happened. A 53-year-old billionaire who was friends with Prince William. Why that's relevant, I'm not sure. But he was friends with Prince William. He died after, this is the most British death you could ever have. Are you ready? He died after swallowing a bee during a polo match. You almost don't feel sorry for him. I say, did he swallow a bee while playing polo? Muffy, did you hear? Sunjay swallowed a bee playing polo and died. Yeah, Sunjay Kapoor, an Indian businessman, also a U.S. citizen. Net worth of $1.2 billion.
Not anymore.
Didn't save him.
No.
Yeah, he fell ill during a polo match.
Bee got you.
Yeah, witnesses initially said he was heard to have said, "I've swallowed something," prompting assumptions he may have ingested a bug. A report suggests he was stung by a bee in the mouth, potentially sparking anaphylactic shock, caused a heart attack. Others claimed he lost consciousness after bending over on his horse during a break in play. No word if it was an emotional support.
What a way to go.
That is a way to go.
What a
man.
way,
It's-
man.
I mean, but it probably was pretty fast, to be honest. I mean, that's not a horrible way to go. There are much worse ways to go, like a wood chipper.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty bad. I mean, it might only take
I mean, it only hurts for a
15
second.
seconds.
Yeah.
I would think you got at least 15 seconds before you go.
Yeah.
And that's a long ass 15 seconds right there. Let's just do that. 1, 2, 3. You're in pain. You're screaming.
Yeah.
4, 5. Your
I
legs
just
are
don't
now
think
eating.
you're going to be able
6,
to. I think, like,
7. Your legs are gone. Now it's on your junk.
yeah.
8, 9 to your stomach. 10.
I think you'd be
11,
dead by then.
You're
though.
almost dead. 12. Yeah, you're dead now. You probably
Yeah.
made it 12, so 10,
Yeah.
12 seconds. Yeah.
You
think
still
you'd-
rather do.
You think you'd be in shock before you got to there?
I think, yeah. Oh, I think as soon as, yeah. I think by the time it hit your knees or whatever, you'd
You
probably
think
be
by
bled
knees
out.
You'd be shocked. I don't know about that. I think you'd still have a little yelling left in you.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Maybe. I don't know, man.
Being set on fire would be. I think that's what they say allegedly
It's
is the
just-
most painful.
Anaphylactic shock. Like, isn't
Well,
that like
that-
the feeling of like you can't breathe and everything? I mean, everything's swelling up. You want to suffocate,
I
essentially.
mean,
I think it's going to take longer.
Anaphylactic, it just your body just goes into shock and shuts down.
It just goes, yeah.
Yeah, it just shuts down. It's like, and that is true. You see it a lot when you were talking about the ID channel,
Yeah.
where that sometimes these victims who are assaulted, or if you have a really bad injury, that, you almost immediately go into shock and you almost detach from your body, so to speak.
Right.
So I guess that gives people some hope.
I would
mean,
think,
you
I don't
would
know.
hope that to be the case. It's like, if you get bit by a great white and he just takes the, the bottom of
Just
your
the
legs
toe-
off.
yeah.
You're just like, yeah, hopefully I'll just go into shock and then
And
that'll
just be
that.
done, yeah.
Yeah, please let me just go into shock. I don't want to, you know what I mean? Yeah. Brandon, what are you talking about? You like, beans on a snack, as a snack?
What?
You like beans? What do you open up a can of
No,
beans?
wait.
and
I'm going to
beans
have
on
to
a
scroll
trip?
back here because
There's
somebody.
got to be something more than that, right? Yeah, I don't even understand. But what would be the worst way you could imagine?
To die?
Yes. If you,
I don't know, man. I've seen that show, that 1,000 Ways to Die. There's some pretty rough ways to go.
But everybody has that one that they know they're always concerned about.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to go that way. What is it?
I would be like, I would say my lifelong fear would be dying in some place alone. Like by myself. Like I wouldn't know. Like I'd be, maybe in my house or apartment or something.
Oh,
I'd be
okay.
older and,
Yeah.
somebody not come find me for a few days.
So you
and
get
I'm all-
moldy and musty.
Yeah, that just sounds like a horrible way to.
Yeah, so that don't bother me.
Yeah.
Mine would probably be like the worst thing I could imagine would be to, and this is why I'll never do it. You see those cave people who get in the tight little spots
Oh, yeah, and get stuck.
and get stuck.
Yeah, that would suck.
That's it for me right
Yeah.
there. That's the one. I'm gonna go crazy and kill myself trying to thrash out because I will literally rip myself to death trying to get out.
Everybody's saying drowning.
Drowning. A lot
Drowning
of
or
people-
burning.
You know what? It's so weird because, and I know this is going to be one of the weirdest comments maybe, but when I was little, my mom told me that she drowned once.
Yeah.
And drowning doesn't mean you die. Drowning is just taking on the water.
Right, right.
You can drown and still recover, but she said she almost died and somebody pulled her out at the last second. But she said that, at first it was intense and then it was very peaceful.
Yeah.
Said everything got completely peaceful. And for some reason, that changed my outlook on that.
Yeah.
I guess maybe I heard it so young and I really believed her
Right.
because she had been through it. She wasn't just talking out of
Right. It wasn't
breath.
just, yeah.
It was a real
You don't
life
want to do that
experience.
because, yeah.
And so I was like, oh, okay. But the other one, yeah. I understand. Burning, breathing, not, air being
I
taken
think
away.
anything that I had to suffer through would be.
Well, sure. But
Like, and I mean like that,
we're
like.
trying to dial in specifically.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like drowning, anything that's I'm going to be choking and,
Yep.
not be able to. That just seems like a horrible situation to be in.
The worst would be waking up in a serial killer's basement, one that likes to play around with his food.
Oh, yeah, that would suck.
That'd be pretty bad.
Yeah, like you wake up in Dexter's basement, man. and
Yeah, somebody like, who can keep you alive, but
Right.
still,
Torture you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, take parts
For their
off.
enjoyment,
Yeah, that that would be about the worst,
Yeah.
Probably.
I could agree with that.
Yeah, I would still be an asshole to him.
I mean, you're going to die
I'm
anyway.
gonna die.
so,
Yeah, I'm going to be an asshole for sure. I'm going to tell him, I know what
trying to aggravate him enough to
Yeah, I
get
know-
to the end.
Yeah, I know what you're compensating for, you little short dick bitch. Stab me. I wish you would. You can't. It's too small. Ah! He's going to go, I want to show you. Yeah, that's right. Kill me. Get it done.
He's going to
You're
need an
gonna
emotional
regret it.
support horse
That's
after
right.
killing you.
That's it. We're out.